The stages are set, the crews are prepared and the cars are ready. And it might not look like it around me, but there's snow and ice in the stages as well. The Ayr Arcraig Scottish Rally Championship is go for 2016. We kick off the SRC in traditional style with the Snowman Rally, and I'm here with reigning, defending Scottish Rally champion Jock Armstrong. Jock, you've won the event twice. What is it about these stages that seem to suit you?
Morning, yes. Very similar to when I started rallying, Ali, and we did Galloway Hills Rally down my local rally, and every year it was in December and every year it was snowy and icy, and just from there you've kind of built on a bit of experience. Changed your suspension, messed about with some tyres, and off we go. So this morning hopefully I can do the same again and we'll be on the pace.
And the car, any changes over the close season?
Not really at all. Just stuck to what we know, and the car's quite reliable and it's quite good, so fingers crossed we're going to have a good day and the thing's going to be on the button.
Lining up behind the reigning champions is one of the strongest lineups in recent years, with the top 20 crews all potential challengers. Here are just some of the crews to watch this season. 2015 was a season of impressive pace, but poor luck for Mike Faulkner and Peter Foy. With the car now sporting a new livery thanks to BSW Energy, they would be focused on finally achieving that elusive championship title. Third in last year's championship, a slimmed down Bruce McCombie and Michael Cooks were back in the Green Eagle, and looking to prove that last year's result was no flash in the pan. Donnie McDonald and Andrew Faulkner have been podium contenders for the last few years. Two top three finishes in 2015 can 2016 provide that first win for the Inverness crew. Mark McCulloch and Michael Hendry showed their pace in 2015. Back this year in a more modified Evo 9, they were looking to step the pace up once again. And then we have the R5s, both Gary Pearson and John McCrone launching full championship campaigns in Fiestas. The snow and ice perhaps not ideal for their first events, but they will definitely be contenders as the season progresses. With snow and ice in the stages, tyres are the big talking point. Which to go for, gravel or snow? Out for the first two stages, and it was that man McCombie who took an early lead. Going for snow tyres, he grabbed second fastest time on the icy SS1 before conserving the tyres on the clearer SS2. Seventh fastest left McCombie and Coots with a 1 second lead at first service.
150. 150.
Another crew on snow tyres, McCulloch and Hendry proved the new car was going to be a force to be reckoned with. Third fastest on 1 was backed up with fifth on 2 to put them in second place at first service. Despite the worry of a new car on ice and snow, Gary Pearson and Robbie Mitchell were immediately in the groove with 6th quickest in SS1. SS2 was a blinder, 8 seconds quicker than anyone else, but the R5 newcomers into third after 2 stages. Out for the first time in the ex-Kevin Robertson Evo, Quinton Milne and Sean Donnelly were fastest over the opening stage. SS2 was a bit of a disaster. 28 seconds off the pace on the wrong tyres, they dropped to 4th overall at first service. Former Snowman winner Ray Mackay was out in the Group N Evo 9 for the first time. 5th overall put him into a dominant class lead after 2 stages. Fourth quickest on SS1, McDonald and Faulkner took the second stage relatively easy, conserving the tyres. Sixth overall and only 3 seconds back from Mackay, a push was on the cards for the second loop. One of the finds of 2015, John Wink and John Forrest were once again proving their top 10 pace. 8th after 1 and second quickest on SS2 was a fantastic start to their Snowman. Two top 10 times on the opening loop left John Rintoul and Ross Hind in 8th after 2 stages, the Hyundai driver off to another good start. Unimpressed with his own performance in the ice and snow, Barry Groundwater had his Evo 10 in 9th at first service. Barry is a renowned slow starter, so he was expected to climb higher as the day wore on. On equal times with Groundwater, 2014 Group N champion Dale Robertson was back after a year off. With WRC regular co-driver Stuart Loudon alongside in the upgraded Evo, they were looking to make a charge in the second loop.
Quick word, Bruce.
Who's leading?
Well, Quinton's a second up on you after stage 1,
Aye.
but what's he done in here?
I don't know.
Look, what time has Quinton got in here?
We opted for a snow tyre. That kind of was a right or a wrong decision.
What did you do in there, Michael?
What did we get in here, Mike? 53. 53. Didn't feel good, like.
7:16.
7:16. Whapped us in here.
You done a 7:53.
7:53.
Aye, tyres.
6:53.
6:53.
6:53.
All right then. So you're taking time off of him.
Good choice.
So,
was Quinton?
good choice.
7.
7:16.
So 20 seconds.
You have so. That's good news. Good man. Well done.
Aye, we got through it cleanly and hopefully we got no punctures, so still going, but the first stage was brilliant. For the first go in the car, it was just superb. So we'll keep it going, hopefully.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, it was definitely an interesting first stage. We got to learn a bit more on that one. Certainly a lot more grip in a lot of places, but probably some ice as well. Catch people out in places, but it's certainly breaking up really quick. So no, we've got a lot to learn still, so we'll just keep working on it and we'll try and get quicker as the day goes on.
Good man. See you.
SS3 and McCulloch made his move. The snow tyres working perfectly, Mark and co-driver Michael Hendry stormed through the 13 miles, 15 seconds quicker than anyone else.
And right 2 over crest into caution, tight chicane, right entry. You're okay. Alright, fucking hell.
SS4 was less suitable, but a 5th quickest time left them with a seemingly uncatchable 51-second lead. They weren't the only crew to attack SS3. McDonald and Faulkner charged into the snow despite their gravel tyres, and despite a few moments emerged second fastest. 4 was more conservative, but they arrived at second service in second place overall. Climbing from 10th to 3rd in this loop, Robertson and Loudon took advantage of their road position to set 2 top 4 times. 17 seconds back from McDonald, the decision was now to either attack or consolidate. Dropping to 4th but still happy, Pearson and Mitchell were learning all the time in their R5, encouraged by their pace despite being on gravel tyres. Now 5th after a loop of, in his own words, too much sideways, Quinton Milne was still in the hunt, although concerned about his 3-year-old tyres lasting over the final stage. Maintaining their Group N lead, Ray Mackay and Robert McDonald were now only 2 seconds back from Milne, with 1 stage to go. Over a minute back from the Blue Evo, Groundwater and Shanks were continuing their steady run, and were only 12 seconds up on Rintoul and Hind's Hyundai. Moving into the top 10 in this loop, Scott McCombie and Mark Fisher were showing that their end of 2015 pace was no flash in the pan. Solid top 20 stage times left them trailing the Accent by only 1 second going into the final stage. Also still in the mix, Wink and Forrest were only 14 seconds back from their fellow Evo crew after a solid second loop.
We had a big push in the third one. Took the gamble to run on snow tyres, not really knowing what it was going to be like. In the first part it was really gravelly, but as soon as we started climbing the hill it turned to snow, and it was like win-win for us. We just pushed on, had some 2 or 3 massive moments, but got away with them luckily. And then we came out of there and we saw on the timesheets we were doing alright, so we took a really steady run in stage 4 because it was quite gravelly, and unfortunately that's kind of knackered our snow tyres a little bit. We probably should have been in a gravel one for that one, but going into the last stage, no idea what to do.
We've had, honestly, it doesn't look it, but we've had honestly, man, we were in Scandinavia there, we twatted every bank, bounced off trees, we were everywhere, like, just trying to make time up, honestly. Just been on the wrong tyres all day, all day.
Well, you're still thereabouts the way things have been going today. You're not far away, are you?
Second place, I think.
Well, I mean, it's not to be sneezed at today. So that'll be a good result coming out today, yeah?
I'd be delighted. I would take that now, to be honest. Like, but there's always something telling me that they're still first there, like,
Oh, it's just a lottery, isn't it? I don't think there's a right tyre at all today, so we'll just go with the same again. We've put 2 new ones on the front, so we'll keep it on the road.
Yeah, it's one of those snowmans, I think, where a lot of the guys running in the teens are benefiting from maybe slightly better road conditions, just with the temperature today.
That's right, yeah. You see a lot of the front runners are kind of dropping back now, so maybe tactics, but we'll just stick to where we are and we'll get to the end.
I'm sure a podium would exceed your expectations coming into today, though.
Oh, definitely, after being out for a year, definitely, but we'll not count our chickens yet.
Before the final stage, some other stories from the snow and ice. After a disastrous stage 1 left them 41st, John McCrone and Rhiannon Gelsomino, wife of Ken Block's regular co-driver Alex, used the rest of the day as a testing exercise. This didn't stop them from putting on a show for the crowds as they climbed back up to 15th at the finish. Having a much better day, Ross MacDonald and Matthew Johnson set a fantastic 5th fastest time on SS2. Unfortunately, this off on 3 spoiled the run a bit, but they were able to grab a solid 14th in their first SRC round in the Evo. Stuck on the wrong tyres all day, Mike Faulkner and Peter Foy struggled round to 13th. Definitely a crew who will be much closer to the sharp end in the remaining rounds. Also struggling with tyres, the reigning champions had a day they'd rather forget too. 12th at the finish wasn't the ideal opening to their title defence. Out in an Evo on his return to the SRC after a few months off, Andrew Gallagher took 11th at the finish. The Evo not running at 100% with a few niggling problems hampering his progress. 10th after a run they'd probably like to forget, Groundwater and Shanks in the Evo 10. Another top 10 finish for Wink and Forest marked them as a crew to watch this season. Just missing out and beating his brother by only 5 seconds at the finish, Scott McCombie had his best SRC run yet, with 8th at the end of a challenging day.
Long left, 2 tightens to a 4, tightens to a 4, over 100, tightens to a 4, over 100, chicane. Woo. Chicane, 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 chicane.
After this mistake on the second loop dropped them out of contention for the rally win, Bruce McCombie and Michael Coots kept their head down and were rewarded with 7th at the finish, although left wondering what might have been. Sixth and a dominant Group N win for Ray Mackay. Grabbing 5th and some valuable 4-wheel drive experience, Gary Pearson and Robbie Mitchell were more than happy with their day's work. A first-time SRC win looked likely, but which crew would it be? In car with the rally leaders on the final stage, and all is not well aboard the McCulloch Hendry Evo.
50, logging, left 6, puncture, that's okay, left 6, 60, over bridge.
With 6 miles left to go, it's a battle to keep the now 3-tyred Evo on track.
And right 5 late. Oh no.
Almost 2 minutes were lost, and McCulloch and Hendry had to settle for the most disappointing 4th place in SRC history.
Oh, we're here. Fuck knows. Oh, fuck no. Don't worry. I would say we're still in the top 3. If anything. Fuck, we didn't deserve that. I never clipped nothing. I was trying to dodge all the big rocks. I know.
A final stage charge brought Milne and Donnelly back up to 3rd overall at the finish.
Well, we went like hell on the snow tyres. We stayed on them all day. It's the same tyres I used a few years ago and got lucky to win the Borders. And they were the right choice for the stage 1. We won that one. I think we won stage 5. But in the middle, there was a real lottery of a snowman, and everyone that's finished, and thanks to all the marshals for being out there in the snow. It's been a great rally, but as you say, it's been a topsy-turvy type of rally for the change in road conditions. We were out.
Despite claiming that they weren't going to go for it, Robertson and Loudon grabbed 2nd over the last stage. A really promising return for Dale after his year away.
We decided just to have a go for it. It was a good clean run until about 2-3 miles before the end when the snow came, and then we just backed right off, knocked anti-lag off, and thought we'll get to the finish, and then the time was there, so we were happy.
Snatching an emotional victory in their home event, Donnie McDonald and Andrew Faulkner recorded their first ever rally win. To do it in front of their home crowds must have been extra sweet for the Inverness crew.
It was pretty tricky, to be honest, but fortunately the first probably 6 miles were on gravel, and we've been dying to get going in the gravel all day, to be honest. That's what we're here for. We were set up for it, and I think that's ultimately what helped us. Although Mark's poor punchers obviously give us a victory.
Great result for a local crew. Andrew, how's your day been?
Yeah, it's been brilliant. Well, it's been long and difficult, but to get the result at the end, it's well worth it.
Good. First overall, your best result previously is 3rd. The Snowman always throws up surprises, but this is a great start to your year.
Definitely. Listen, this is like winning the Champions League to me. Genuinely, this is fantastic. Honestly.
As ever, the Snowman threw up some surprises at the start of a new season. Who will emerge on top in round 2, the Brick and Steel Border counties in March?